two different things that men are attracted to. They're attracted to a woman that they think would be a great companion and a great mother, and like someone who, he said there's a difference between hot and beautiful.
Correct.
Like some women are beautiful and like they're loving, you want to be around them. He goes, but then there's other women who are just hot. There's literally like a programming in a man's mind. So you see a girl with big giant tits and a little waist and a fat ass hanging out of her shorts, and she's got sloppy makeup on, and she looks at you and you're like, okay,
yeah,
let's do this.
Yes.
But that's what that is. It's not like,
you don't want
hey,
to live with her.
Right. You're not saying, I would like to start a relationship with you.
But here's the thing. The validation and attention she get from just being hot is enough for women. So they never care about developing beautiful traits, being a loving, nurturing, caring person. That never crosses their mind until they get effed up. They old, gain weight, got 2 different kids, about 6 different baby daddies. That's when they start thinking about that. But as long as they're getting validation from being hot, they will never think about that. No matter how many people try to tell them, hey, you should probably think about developing those characteristics so someone will want to stay around you after you don't look like this anymore. It don't matter how many people tell them. They do not care as long as they're getting what they want from just being hot. Most of them don't think 5 minutes in front of their face.
All you women have got to understand this. If your man come home every night, that is the ultimate respect he can pay for you. Because this is doing way better than you. And he still leave the better situation. It's big living castles. I got some castle dwelling. Seen all my bitches.
How much a dude gotta make for you to, like, you know?
I'm talking probably about 200 and up.
200 what?
Okay.
She looked more like 200 rupees. Like, nah, 200,000 American dollars? Nah, man. You don't meet the looks test, and just being out in the street with your little top and your little hoochie mama shorts, no. You don't meet the requirements. I mean, some men might think you're hot, but I highly doubt you're beautiful. Yeah, highly doubt it. And if you have a 200K requirement for you to want to rock with a guy, it already shows you're shallow and superficial. Probably not a good person. Any woman with a salary requirement for the type of man she could love is a bullshit woman. A respectable woman would say, look, I don't really care what he make, long as he can help pay some bills and, help provide. I care about character more. Any woman lead with money is a piece of garbage.
You make 200K?
I don't.
So why you expect a man to make 200K then?
Because I want him to be a man.
One, she knows she's not a decent human. Let's just be honest about it. It sounds fucked up, but it's true.
I want to be a wife. I have no problem being a domestic.
Wait, see, this is what we're not going to entertain. We're not going to entertain a female that can't provide for herself.
This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to let...
Masculine woman snatching the microphone from the host.
Did you know that I can see you?
See, I already knew. I sized her up within the first 10 seconds. I mean, look, I hate to say it, but most modern women, especially of a certain complexion, they're going to be masculine. Just expect it. And you peep how she said, if you don't make 200K, you're not a man. She said, well, I just want somebody who's a man. So anybody who make less than 200K, which is 99% of men in America, aren't men to her.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Gotta watch how they talk, fellas. Pay attention. Keep your eyes peeled.
This man sit here and act like I'm crazy right now. It's what we're not about to do. The interview's over. Thank you very much, Big Shot Ken. Thank you.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's not fair! That is not fair!
When your ex-husband moves on right away and gives someone else all you ever asked for while you over here dealing with all the trauma he caused, there's always another side of the story. Always another side. What did you do wrong where he didn't give you those things? You ever think about that? Instead of just trying to paint him as an evil man? Maybe you always nagged him about it and she didn't, so it compelled him to want to give it to her because she was cool and laid back and likable. Maybe that's it. You ever consider that?
This has got to be the most selfish video on the planet. After you divorced him, took half his stuff, and you're the one who actually gave him a chance when he asked to be with you. And now that you have left him, now that you went away, you didn't care about what he felt through the whole divorce, You're angry because he moved on? Because he fell in love with someone else that wasn't you, even though you left him?
How is it that I talk to you every day? All I want to do is and we have mad sexual chemistry, and I want to be your best friend, but also you a boy and I hate you, but I still want to you and cuddle up with you and be your best friend and be your wife? I'm confused.
Translation, I'm conflicted and confused by the fact that my female nature finds you so desirable, and the fact that you don't do whatever I want you to do, give me whatever I want, say yes whenever I want you to say yes, and act in the ways in which I think you should act according to my own standards and my own unrealistic expectations, consciously confuses me. Because my mom, Disney movies, my girlfriends, poems, songs, books tell me that I'm not supposed to be attracted to a guy that signifies dominance, assertiveness, masculinity, strength, and leadership. I hate the fact that my subordinate, submissive female nature is so sexually receptive to that. I hate the fact that you can be honest, direct, and upfront with me, hold me accountable, and criticize me when you're not supposed to do that with women. I hate the fact that I thrive because he has no fear of checking me and putting me in my place. I can't stand the fact that he's desirable to other women and he can act like I don't exist, like he can get another one. And I love the fact that he's so desirable to other women and he acts like I don't exist and he can get another one. He challenges me, he makes me work, he makes me feel like I have to earn his commitment. He doesn't put me on a pedestal or treat me like I'm perfect. Society says I'm not supposed to be attracted to this type of guy. I'm supposed to be with the nice guy who does everything that I want him to do and give me everything that I need. Yet here comes this jerk that's told by my subjective female standards who's not wrapped around my finger, and I can't get enough of him. I don't want him to go anywhere. I hate who he is when it doesn't benefit me, but I love and respect the fact that he's so real. I hate that female nature loves toxic masculinity.
I've never had a boyfriend. I'm 26 years old, and today we are going to talk about some of the struggles that come along with that. While I am very confident in the fact that I've never been in a relationship or had a boyfriend, there are still some factors that make it just a little bit difficult. So I wanted to share that in case anybody else felt the same way.
Women's egos are so thick, they can't accept that maybe they're just not fun to be around, you know, for days or even weeks at a time.
Okay, can any of us guess why she's 26 years old and she's never had a boyfriend? Okay, yeah, I get it. She's not a model, but she's not Shrek either. We all know that this woman would have no problem getting a boyfriend. Honestly, even if she did look like Shrek, as a woman, you're not going to have a problem getting a boyfriend. It may not be a dude that look like a model and makes six figures, but you can get a boyfriend. So there's only one of two options here why she's never had a boyfriend at 26. One, she's been on the carousel just having bedroom fun with the top tier hot dudes, but none of them ever want to, get in a relationship with her. Or two, she's extremely awkward and unlikable to be around. Look, no matter what way you chop it, there is no good reason why women have never had a boyfriend after the age of 18.
There is this feeling of just being undesirable and unworthy for a relationship that, especially if you don't have a boyfriend or relationship in your very formative years in high school and even college, it's just this feeling that you can't really shake and you have to go out of your way to unlearn, and I've really struggled with that. I obviously know deep down that I'm worthy of love and being in a relationship and all of that kind of stuff, but sometimes there's the devil on my shoulder that's just kind of well, if we're looking at past examples, no you're not, because how come it hasn't happened yet? So it's been a journey to teach myself not to think like that. Then there's the fact of never having been in a relationship kind of makes you very independent, and while I was growing up, my focus was school and swimming and friends, and now in this part of my life I'm very career focused and friends focused. It's how do you cycle a guy in, because I've never had to do it before.
Am I the only one who finds it super weird? Fully grown adults sitting on TikTok making rants about their life?
Eventually those friends are going to move on with life. They're going to have families, they're going to get husbands, and they're going to stop returning your calls. I mean, maybe they'll return them sometime, but look, they're busy. They have a real life. And then that career, they don't give a damn about you. They'll replace you in a second and won't care if you're homeless after that. You followed the effingest playbook to a T. And you're on the path to, never finding anyone and essentially being miserable.
He shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you spot the heat around the corner.
Am I the most attractive girl in the world? No. But do I have a great personality? Also no. But do I wake up every morning and try and be the best person I can be? No.
It doesn't matter if she's the head of astrophysics or if she's the head of giving head on 4th and Broadway. It doesn't matter, dude. It's the same shit.
I want to build a life. I want a future. Sick of it. Tired of it.
We're saying no to coffin dates. We're saying no to buffer dates. We're saying no to walks in the park.
How much money does a guy need to date you?
About like 100K. 100,000. At least 100K a month. 200,000 a month. We well over 400K. 500 grand at the least on the figures. Like $1 million, 2 million. 6 foot minimum. At least 6 foot. Something to be under 6 foot.
What height is too short for a guy?
Anything under 6 foot.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.